Allow me to reintroduce myself.
Welcome to Game Time with Hubb, your all-access pass to the hottest stories in football, basketball, boxing, and wrestling. Whether it's game-winning touchdowns, buzzer beaters, knockout punches, or jaw-dropping suplexes, we've got it all covered. Here's your host, Hubb.
Hey, what's up, everybody, man? It's Saturday, March 1st, 2025. Man, we got through February very, very quick. But listen, today, Saturday, big day for sports all around. We got NBA today. We got NFL Combine going on. I think today is the quarterbacks, wide receivers, and running backs. We got, for my wrestling heads, WWE Elimination Chamber. We on the road to WrestleMania, baby. Let's go. And also for my fight fans, man, we got Gervonta Tank Davis versus Lamont Roach tonight. So we're going to start off with this NFL news, man. Let's get up with the latest is going on in the league. First up, man, Matt Stafford is staying in L.A., man. After some offseason speculation, Matt Stafford is officially staying with the Rams. He's agreed to a restructured deal, locking him in for the 2025 season. Looks like Stafford isn't done chasing another ring yet, which is good for them because if you think about it, the Rams was a play away from going to the NFC Championship game against the Philadelphia Eagles this past January. They actually was the closest team in the entire playoffs that played Philly that had the best chance to actually beat them. Matt Stafford going back there, Puka Nacua, it's still a nice, solid team. Is that enough for them to win the West again? Because we know that San Fran is going to be back. So, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. We got to see what happens in free agency, what other moves. I know that the team had informed Cooper Kupp and his agent to go seek a trade. So whether Cooper Kupp comes back or not, that all is up in the air. So, but the one thing they needed to do was to lock down the quarterback position, in which they did. The NFL's salary cap jumped to $279.2 million. So that right there is big news for teams looking to make some moves. The NFL increased the salary cap by nearly $24 million. So teams like the Texans, they have extra breathing room to rework deals and grab talent in the free agency alongside with teams like you're a world champion and soon to be defending champion, the Philadelphia Eagles. So I know they got like their cap situation, but Howie over there, he seems to know what he does and to bring guys in. I'm hearing about them being linked to a trade for Myles Garrett. So who knows, man? I'm like, you get Myles Garrett in Philly, then you just might want to just put all your bets in on Philadelphia to go back and repeat as champs, because that's going to be a scary defensive line. I know they got to do something with Josh Sweat. Are they going to bring him back, or is he going to go sign for a bag somewhere else? Who knows? I know, but you still got Jalen Carter there, who I know is, in my opinion, the best defensive lineman in the league. So, man, look, who knows, man? It's an extra $124 million to go around, man. So teams should be making some moves, man. Free agency opens on March 12th, so that's going to be pretty exciting. Moving on towards like the draft, man, the biggest story out of the entire draft for this week and this weekend here is Abdul Carter, a linebacker from Penn State. He's potentially the number 1 overall pick. He has a stress reaction in his foot. They found this during some combine testing, so this should shake up the draft board a little bit for teams. They might get a little cold feet. Me personally, I'm a Pats fan, so I'm kind of hoping that he slides down there to 4. We go ahead and grab him, but man, but who really knows, man? They said the surgery is not advisable, so he doesn't really need like the surgery. But even if he does get the surgery, it's only an eight week timeline for him to return to be, to be able to participate in any team activity. So that doesn't take him away from anything going towards the opening of the 2025 season in the National Football League. So we'll see where, Abdul Carter goes in the draft. I know his pro day's coming up, so I know he's going to perform at his pro day. He's not performing at the combine, but he's going to do his pro day. So we will see how he look out there for that pro day. Also, the New York Giants, man, they're considering moving up from 3 to draft Miami quarterback Cam Ward. I think they're thinking. I mean, what I'm thinking is that you got the Titans and you got the Browns. So both of these teams are ahead of you at 1 and 2, and they both are QB hungry teams. So we need to see how all of that right there is going to shake out. I don't know what kind of deal the Giants can throw at the Titans or the Browns to be able to move up the draft a quarterback, but you never know. This is still the same New York Giants team that just gave away Saquon Barkley, so we don't know. You know what I'm saying? But it's some big changes coming in the NFL as well. So no more chains. The NFL is bringing virtual first downs. That sounds interesting. The league is ditching the chain game and moving to Hawkeye virtual technology to measure first downs. This should cut down the delay from 75 seconds to 30, making the game even smoother. So you know the NFL, man, they try to make the game faster, trying to make, like all of that safer, faster, everything. And also, speaking of NFL news, they're trying to ban the tush push. Has been, it's probably gonna get brought to the table during like the owners' meetings and stuff like that. It's a couple different teams been coming up and speaking out against it. My opinion, I mean, it's a football play, but at the same time, like I understand from a defensive point of view, is that you cannot do the same thing that the offense is doing, which is pushing the guy ahead of you. You know what I mean? Like how they do the tush push, like the guys behind Jalen Hurts are pushing him, to get the extra yards. And you cannot push on the other side of the ball. Like the linebackers can't push the defensive tackles, you feel me? So it's going to be, I don't know whether they're going to ban it or not. Who knows, man? But speaking of the Eagles, Saquon Barkley files a trademark for Saquon Barkley. So, the Eagles running backs, Saquon Barkley, he's looking to cash in on a viral nickname. If you guys haven't heard it by now, there's a viral video going around of a Commanders fan who was talking about Saquon Barkley, but he kept calling him Saquon Barkley. And that's like, it's hilarious, man. So, shout outs to him, man. Go get your bread, man. Also, in other news, Travis Kelce said he's not done yet. He's returning to the Chiefs, despite rumors of him hanging it up. He said he's coming back for another season with the Chiefs, man. He said he doesn't like the way everything played out. He said he let his guys down, so he's coming back and he's gonna be dedicated. You know what? I hope he is, man. Because the Chiefs, they still got enough in them to run it and go get another ring, man. So props to him, man. Moving on to the NBA now, we're gonna shift a little gears. Last night, man, oh my gosh, I know I said it before, man. I'm a Celtics fan, man, and it was Boston and Cleveland last night. You know what, man? Look, the Celtics was up, man, 22 at home, bro. They was 22 at home, man, and they blew it. They blew it, man. You got to give props to the Donovan Mitchell and the Cleveland Cavaliers, man, for sticking with the game plan, for keep playing. They weathered the storm all the way and ended up winning. Donovan Mitchell dropped 41. He led the Cleveland Cavaliers to 123 to 116 comeback win. And even in the loss, man, Jason Tatum went off for 46 points, 16 boards, and 9 assists. But it just wasn't enough. I believe Jaylen Brown was in the 30s too. So this win right here, it keeps, the Cavs at top of the East at a record of 48-10, man. So, look, I don't know if it really sent the message to the league, letting them know that the Cavs is for real. Because that's been like the talk all week. What I do know, like this season series is tied at 2-2. What I do know is I feel like these two are on a collision course to see each other in the Eastern Conference Finals. So that right there is going to be a good matchup in the playoffs if both teams can make it to the Eastern Conference Finals. Because I don't see Boston slipping past 2. And, Cleveland's going to lock up 1. In other NBA news, man, Steph Curry, man, 2 nights ago, man, he went nuclear, man, on Thursday night. Man, listen, Steph Curry torched the Magic with 56 points. Just a wild game, man. And you know what's crazy, man? They interviewed the Magic coach at the end of the game, and they asked him, aside from Steph Curry, what else could we have? He said, man, the man had 56 points. Like, I mean, like, what kind of question was that? Like dude drops 56. Like, this is why they won. There's not no aside from Steph. What you supposed to say? Oh, well, aside from Steph, if we'd have got, we'd have limited second chance points. Nah, bruh. That man had 56 points, man. What kind of question was that, man? That was hilarious. I was like, yo, his response was so funny to me, man. I was like, yo, they really asked him that. And I was like, how was he supposed to respond? And he responded the way he should have. Like, yo, he had 56 points. What you supposed to do? Yeah, but shout out to Steph, man. That was fun. Man, that was a wild game. I knew it in the like he hit like a buzzer beater at the end of the quarter. It was a half court shot. And I knew then, I said, yo, it's going to be one of them nights, man. But shout out to Steph, man. Them boys over there rolling Golden State. The playoffs going to be very, very interesting, y'all. We got like a month left before the playoffs start. It's going to get very, very interesting, man. All right, let's shift gears a little bit, man. We got tonight. We got the Elimination Chamber, man. Here we go, man. This right here is the big one, man. Look, we on the road to WrestleMania. This is the men's chamber is going to be to decide who faces Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. We already know who's going to be facing Gunther at WrestleMania. That's Jey Uso. He won the Royal Rumble. So shout out to him, yeet. But the men's elimination chamber, it's a nice like lineup they got here. You got John Cena. He's chasing his 17th title. This right here is his final dance, man. So the question is, can he do it? Hey, I'm gonna give my prediction after this. But CM, of course, CM Punk is in there. You know what I'm saying? You got Drew McIntyre. Now, Drew McIntyre seems a little bit too obsessed about CM Punk, so I don't think Drew's going to end up winning it. You know what I mean? But got Logan Paul, who could be a wild card, but they better not let that man win. Damian Priest, freaking Rollins. I feel like he's going to end up fighting Roman Reigns at WrestleMania, so I don't think he's going to win. So as far as a prediction, I was stuck at CM Punk versus Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania because I thought about the whole CM Punk, the favor from Paul Heyman type deal. But then I started thinking about how The Rock plays into this whole thing. And I'm like, it's going to be John Cena. John Cena going to win, and he's going to face Cody Rhodes. And I'm going to explain why in a minute, why I feel this way once I get a little bit through this. So we're going to move on to the women's chamber. This is going to be who faces Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania. The 6 women in this one is going to be Bianca Belair, Liv Morgan, Alexa Bliss, Bayley, Naomi, Roxanne Perez. My prediction for this one, I feel like I don't see Bianca Belair winning. I feel like there's another story with her, Naomi, and Jade that's going to start popping off a little bit. I don't see Liv because they already had their beef. That's kind of it's still there, but it's not we don't need to see that again. Roxanne Perez, no. I'm thinking more Alexa Bliss. Bayley's cool and all, but I think it's Alexa Bliss. I think the whole, if you've seen her as of late, she's getting the whole screen scroll with the Wyatt Six stuff and all that. I think that's going to make an interesting story between her and Rhea Ripley. So I'm going to take Alexa Bliss in that. The next match is a unsanctioned match. Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn. No rules, no holds barred, man. No restrictions, just all out war. I think this is going to be brutal. It's going to be emotional. This is possibly going to be the match of the night. Definitely going to be the match of the night. I'm going to take KO in this one because Kevin is always right. That is exactly why. But, this right here, man, look. I got Kevin Owens, man. Sami Zayn nice too, man. He cold, but Kevin Owens, man, he be ruthless, man. I love it, man. Then, cap it off with the other match the last match on the card is Trish Stratus and Tiffany Stratton versus Nia Jackson and Candice LeRae. This is more likely going to be the opener, probably. So, you got, they're in Toronto, Trish Stratus, I'm picking them to win. It is what it is, man. And then, you got Charlotte facing Tiffany Stratton at WrestleMania. So that locks that down. But to go back to the men's chamber, when I say about John Cena winning, now just remember, y'all, tonight's the night where Cody Rhodes has to decide whether he's going to be The Rock's champion or not. So we're going to get that answer tonight. And I think Cody's going to tell him no. But I don't think it's going to be like something crazy like The Rock going to just snap out or whatever. I think The Rock is going to continue to bait him every week. Every week. If you seen like SmackDown last night, The Rock already sent like his locker, Cody Rhodes' dressing room, had all like the hors d'oeuvres, the wine bottles and all that stuff. Like, The Rock hooked him up, man. The Rock gave this man a brand new truck at the end of the show. Had a little message for him. He told Cody that he was talking to his dad, and his dad told The Rock, Dusty Rhodes told The Rock that Cody was talking to him too. And, The Rock said he knows you're going to make the right decision. You're going to be my champion. And Cody's just looking all stunned and just like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't think Cody Rhodes is going to take the bait. Even though seeing a heel Cody Rhodes would be crazy, would be nice, is what we need. Because like I said, like the face Cody is cool, but he looks like the type that could be a perfect heel. Like, you know what I mean? So, we'll get that in there. But that's why I say, like, I see like John Cena winning. So during the whole road, the rest of the way to WrestleMania, after the chamber, you're going to see a lot more John Cena. He's going to be like, Cody, you don't have to do this. Like, I've been doing this the whole time, and I ain't have to be like, I ain't have to sell my soul until we get to Mania. Cody versus John Cena, main event, WrestleMania. My prediction, and I've been seeing this a lot too, because I'm like, it just has to go this way. The ref is knocked out. The Rock comes strolling down the ring. You hear his music. He comes down the ring. Now, The Rock had a belt with him last night, a weightlifting belt, that said Cody's soul on it. The Rock has the same belt with him. He hands it to Cody to beat John Cena with. Cody refuses. The match continues on. Cody Rhodes is down. John Cena takes the belt. He looks at The Rock. He looks down at Cody. And he starts wailing on Cody Rhodes. John Cena becomes your new WWE champion. Breaks the record because he sold his soul to The Rock. And you get a John Cena heel run that we've been waiting for years. And that's how I feel like it's really going to go down with that. I feel like that would be perfect. But we never know, man. We got to find out tonight. I'm going to watch that tonight. I'm also, as we close out wrestling, it's coming on tonight. It starts at 7 p.m. Eastern. So tune in, man. I'm be posting all night, man, between my pages, man. So we'll keep it locked, man. Last but not least, we got to talk about boxing. Tonight is the night. Here we go, man. Fight fans, I know this look. Gervonta Tank Davis versus Lamont Roach Jr. Tonight, the Barclays Center in Brooklyn. Tank is putting his WBA lightweight title on the line. Roach is stepping up from a super featherweight and was shaping up to be an intriguing matchup. Now here's the fight breakdown, man. Look, we got Gervonta Davis at 30-0, 28 by way of knockout. We all know that Tank. We all know what Tank brings to the table. He's a knockout artist, boosting a 93% KO ratio. 93%. Some of the most devastating power in the sport, yo. You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. So he don't throw like the highest volume of punches, but, he average around 32 per round. and that's one of the lowest among average fighters. But when he lands, he lands big, and he lands some big intentions. He connects on nearly half his power shots at 48.2%. Now we got Lamont Roach coming in here. Look, he ain't no slouch either, man. 25-1-1 with 10 of those come by way of knockout. Roach is a skilled technician with a solid defensive approach and a sharp boxing IQ. But then we got the challenge. He doesn't have Tank's power. And he's moving up in weight. So he'll need to be near perfect, with his footwork, defense, to keep Tank off of him, But Roach has been in the ring with quality opponents, but he ain't never seen nobody like a Tank, And another factor about this matchup here is their history. They both fought twice in the amateurs. I mean, Tank won both. It was some years ago, but it gives us an idea of how their styles mesh a little bit. So for me, in my opinion, I look at the edges, the edge here. I look at power. Of course, it's Tank by a landslide. Speed, I'm gonna give a slight edge to Tank as well. Defense, Roach is solid, but Tank head movement and ability to adjust, make it close, and then experience-wise, it's Tank easy. So, experience, Tank has been on the big stage before, and he knows how to close out a show. So prediction is like I said, Lamont Roach ain't gonna come in there to lay down. So he gonna make it a little interesting in the early rounds. Of course, his key here for him is to use his jab movement to frustrate Tank. But once that reality set in, man, once Tank figures out his timing, and he always does that. Because if you notice, like Gervonta Davis, he starts out slow. But once he figures out, who this fighter is, that's when he start cooking, man. And it's only gonna be a matter of time before he lands something big. I'm gonna call this one a knockout. He got 93%, KO ratio. What am I gonna say? It's on water distance. You know what I mean? It's gonna be a knockout. I give it mid to late rounds, somewhere between 6 and 9. So you want to bet 6 and 9? Put a bet down, but give it 8th rounder. You know what I mean? Because Roach is pretty tough, man. I don't think he'll be able to stand. Tank's power, man. Once he start breaking this dude down, it's gonna be over. So that's my prediction, man. I got KO, Tank, 8th round. My only question is this gonna be another highlight reel kick KO, for the record? Or what if Roach happens to pull off the upset? I doubt that happening. We gonna more so get the highlight reel KO before the upset. But after this fight's over, man, what's next for Tank? I got Keyshawn Davis out there. He just won the belt a couple weeks ago. Lomachenko out there with a belt. The fight that I really want, that it feel like both sides are just playing around. I don't know. I'm not there, so I don't know. But from a fan perspective, it's we need Tank versus Shakur. You know what I mean? This what boxing need. This is be the biggest fight in boxing outside of Canelo Crawford. That's going to be going down. We need Tank versus Shakur. I feel like that right there is going to be one of the best fights to go down, because both of these dudes have been back and forth for years, and they're still going at it. Tank comment after Shakur's fight last week, Shakur yo, let's sign a contract. You know what I mean? Let's it. You know what I mean? Give the fans what we want, man. I'm quite sure whatever the bag is, man, the bag is gonna be there. You gotta fight for pride, man. Something, man. Look, this the fight that we want to see. So you know what I mean. So I want to see Tank versus Shakur. So I got Tank winning tonight, a knockout in the 8th round. But we need to see like Tank versus Shakur as our mega fight for this light weight division, man. So, I really don't want to see Tank versus Loma. I don't want to see Shakur versus Loma. Keyshawn Davis already said that he's not going to fight Shakur. He said that they're brothers. They're not going to fight each other. I don't really want to see Tank versus Keyshawn unless if it's a fight that Tank versus Keyshawn and Tank ends up knocking out Keyshawn and Shakur end up wanting to fight Tank. Then that's the only reason that's the only reason I won't even see that fight. So I want to see Tank versus Shakur. That should be the next fight for Tank Davis. That should be the next fight for Shakur Stevenson. Make it happen, man. Come on, get the fans what we need, man. But, that wraps it up for boxing, man. And that's going to wrap it up for the show today, man. Like, it's a nice Saturday afternoon, man. Go ahead and get some air. I'm going to go chill. Keep it locked, man. But look, tonight, I'm going to be posting everything, the results from the fights, the Elimination Chamber stuff, NBA action. I believe we got some unrivaled basketball going on tonight. And there's a pretty good league, too, if y'all tap into that. They're on TNT and True TV. Also, we got women's college hoops tonight, the big one, the rematch, UCLA versus USC. So that's going to be good, too. I'm be chopping up some highlights from that, too. So keep it locked, man. Look, if you want Instagram, follow me at Hubb Legacy. The same tag for TikTok. If you're on Facebook, it's Game Time with Hubb. Same name as the pod. And it's the same name on YouTube. Follow me, like, subscribe. You know what I mean? Send me a shout out, whatever. Hit them comments, everything, man. Let me know you here, y'all. I'll chop it up with y'all. For the people, it's the people's pod. Let's go, man. Until next time, man. It's your boy Hubb, and I'm signing out, man. Peace.
Thanks for checking out this episode of Game Time with Hubb. Make sure you like and subscribe on your favorite podcast platform so that you never miss Game Time action. See you next time.